Halloween is a night of mysticism, mischief, and transformation. The veil between worlds becomes thin and spirits walk beside you. The air is crisp and cool. The leaves turn to shades of reds, oranges, and pinks. Cozy up under your blanket with some hot apple cider and press play on your favorite autumn show. Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. This can't be right. There is not a single Halloween episode in all of Gilmore Girls? Surely this must be some kind of mistake. I am shooketh. For a show that loves to have its characters dress up for theme parties, town festivals, historical reenactments, and secret societies, you would think that Halloween would be the perfect opportunity to have some fun. And yet, we get to see Rory dressed up as a pilgrim, but never in a Halloween costume. Tell me why. Well, if you want to understand a monster, you must first start with its creator. Amy, you have some explaining to do. Amy-Sherman Palladino is known for being the creator, writer, and director of the warm and cozy Gilmore Girls.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
The critically acclaimed, 50s-inspired, marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Thank you and good night!
And her most recent series, Étoile, which is a French word I am probably mispronouncing because I am an uncouth American.
Americans.
But seriously though, I binge-watched this show in 2 days. You should watch it.
The information you have is fake. Never leave a paper trail.
You're a ballet dancer, not an assassin.
Debatable. I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but if you knew nothing about Amy-Sherman Palladino and you just saw her on the street, you would think this woman is definitely into Halloween. And also she is on her way to a steampunk convention.
You're creepy. You look like you've got a pendulum.
So why is there not a single Halloween episode in any of her shows?
Halloween is so stupid. Dressing up and pretending to be someone you're not. You're an actor.
Putting aside the fact that Halloween is my favorite holiday, and it breaks my heart that a show that is as synonymous with autumn as a pumpkin spice latte
If it was physically possible to make love to a hot beverage, this would be the one.
doesn't have a single Halloween episode. And no, I do not count 21 as the loneliest number, or the part of the revival that turns into a Beatles music video for no apparent reason. Putting all that aside, I do have a legitimate reason why Halloween is so important.
Halloween is cool.
The end. Just kidding, I have other reasons why as well. But before we can get into the reasons why, let's start with the somewhat
Use the air quotes, sweetie.
Halloween we do get. Season 6, Episode 7, titled 21 is the Loneliest Number, is written by none other than Amy-Sherman Palladino, and is the closest we get to a Gilmore Halloween episode, which is putting it generously. There are only 4 minutes and 50 seconds of Halloween content in this 43-minute episode.
We made it bigger this year, and we added a great new light effect to help Maury's face look more distorted when he drops.
Also, Halloween is only referenced in Lorelai's storyline. Rory, Logan, and the grandparents make no mention or acknowledgement of the holiday whatsoever, which is weird to me because it feels like Logan would be really into Halloween. I mean, any excuse to party and he's there. I can just imagine the Life and Death Brigade putting together an infamous annual Halloween party blowout. But alas, no. The episode is far more concerned with Rory's 21st birthday and the fact that she won't be celebrating it with her mom the way she imagined it.
We were gonna drink martinis and win money and go buy 21 things. And there was this thing including 21 guys that would be totally inappropriate now that I'm with you, but it was a pretty big thing, and now we're not talking, so it's not gonna happen. I'm just a little bummed, that's all.
It just feels like the Halloween side plot belongs in an entirely different episode. And as a Halloween lover, I was so hopeful that I would finally get a dedicated Halloween episode, and was disappointed to find that the only other people that seem to care about Halloween as much as I do are Babette and Maury.
We're getting our supplies for our gallows.
Oh yeah, you're gonna hang Maury again?
Do it every year.
Lorelai seems pretty indifferent to Halloween, but finally hops on the bandwagon with an idea to do a mad scientist skit with Luke where she pulls Link sausages out of him.
Luke's a big guy, so he needs a big guy sausage. Did we all? Don't make my man sausage dirty.
But do we get to see the mad scientist reveal? No. The Halloween plotline is unceremoniously dropped by the end of the episode.
Hey, you can pull Link sausages out of me if you want.
The second closest Halloween episode we get isn't even in the original series, but in the revival A Year in the Life, during the episode titled Fall. The montage follows a night where Rory is spirited away by Logan and other members of the Life and Death Brigade for one final blowout. There are moments early in the montage that evoke the unsettling feelings of an eerie Halloween night.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes.
Only to quickly devolve into, what if the Life and Death Brigade did a Beatles music video? Don't get me wrong, I like the aesthetic and directing style of the montage. It's one of the stronger moments in the revival, even if it feels less like your typical Gilmore Girls episode and more like one of Lorelai's fever dreams. And if you're like, the second film by Kirk was creepy, yes it was. Except that happens in the episode titled Spring, not Fall, and everyone watching the movie is far more preoccupied with snacks than being invested in the untimely demise of sweet little Petal the pig.
Come on, old buddy. Why won't anybody help me? Is the world so cold?
It's just that yet again, Gilmore Girls isn't really doing Halloween. The matching themed costumes are customary for Life and Death Brigade events, not because Rory has chosen and donned a costume for herself. Before the evening even ends, the costumes are lost, and any remnants of Halloween dissipate as we enter the Tango Club. Halloween costumes say so much about a person, their sense of humor,
Have you no respect for the dead?
their personality.
I'm a mouse. Duh.
If they're just looking to have a fun night out on the town or looking to raise an army of the dead. A costume reveals sides of ourselves we typically keep tucked away. But on Halloween, the normal rules of society need not apply.
The perfect chance for a girl to get sexy and wild with no repercussions.
Oh, I don't get wild. Wild on me equals spaz.
Don't underestimate yourself. You got it in you.
What a costume can say about ourselves. In an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer titled Halloween, all the characters turn into their respective costumes.
They don't know who they are. Everyone's turned into a monster. It's a whole big thing. How are you?
And along with just being a really amusing episode,
This is just neat.
their costume choices reveal their deeper insecurities. Every person dresses the way they wish to be perceived. Xander is emasculated earlier in the episode.
Get gone. Ooh, diet.
Where's your bodyguard, Harris? Curling her hair?
So he dons the costume of a soldier, a symbol of traditional masculinity. Buffy, the all-powerful chosen one, wants to be a normal girl, and specifically the girl she imagines her crush would like.
She looks like a noblewoman or something, which means being beautiful was sort of her job.
I'll never be like this.
Girl, we've all been there. Willow doesn't want to be perceived at all, so she dresses as a ghost, a costume that literally obscures her entire face and body. She wants to be invisible.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
By the end of the episode, all the main characters learn that their costumes are not representative of what they truly want. Xander learns that letting a woman take the lead doesn't threaten his masculinity.
Lady said stay put.
You would take orders from a woman? Are you feeble in some way?
Buffy appreciates the confidence and strength of her Slayer self.
You know what? It's good to be me.
And Willow removes her costume altogether. She is finally ready to be seen.
Who's that girl?
Halloween costumes are a way to meet or subvert the way we present ourselves to the world.
Oh, what the?
Honey, you're home.
Trick or treat?
But Halloween the holiday is reflective of our history. After all, Halloween can be traced back over 2,000 years to roots in the Celtic festival of Samhain. Costumes can also be used as a way to explore family lineage. How much of our family history do we want to integrate into ourselves or our children? In the first Halloweentown, Gwen refuses to let our kids celebrate Halloween. She's denying them an integral part of their identity.
Marnie is my daughter, and if I decide not to train her like a witch, then it's none of your business.
Being normal is vastly overrated.
They think their grandma Aggie is wearing a witch's costume, but in reality, it's emblematic of their true family lineage, witches. At the beginning of Halloweentown 2, Calabar's Revenge, Marnie dresses as a witch for Halloween and dons her witch's hat with pride to signify that over the course of the year, she has literally and symbolically embraced her magical roots.
Someone has to take my place as head of the Cromwell line.
Practical Magic uses magic as a way to explore generational trauma through the form of a family curse that haunts each generation of women.
In a moment of despair, she cast a spell upon herself that she would never again feel the agony of love. But as her bitterness grew, the spell turned into a curse. A curse on any man who dared love an Owens woman.
The movie also explores community ostracization through othering.
Witch, you're a witch! Witch, you're a witch!
The final scene of the film takes place on Halloween as the Owens women display their witches' costumes and magic to the town in a moment of joy, self-acceptance, and community embrace. And speaking of witches, did you know that the first large-scale witch trials in America took place in Connecticut, predating the infamous Salem witch trials? They are known as the Hartford witch trials. Yep, you heard me right. Hartford. Witchcraft was decreed as one of the 12 capital crimes by Connecticut's puritanical colonial government in 1642.
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
The witch hysteria itself occurred from the mid to late 1600s. It would be interesting to have an episode where Rory's class assignment centers around the history of the trials, only for Rory to discover that one of her family members was a part of it, and did play a particularly good part.
My ancestors came over on the Mayflower.
The majority of the accused were unwealthy or had recently inherited wealth, like the last convicted witch, Catherine Harrison, who was a servant to a wealthy family. If the accused did have any wealth, then they typically challenged puritanical views and disrupted social norms, which leads me to conclude that Rory's relative would likely not be an accused, but an accuser or judge.
She's a witch, and we must purge the devil from her. With fire!
Like Reverend Samuel Stone of Hartford, who served on the prosecutorial tribune for the trials. Gilmore Girls, the show, clearly establishes themes concerning wealth, class, independence, and freedom. It would be interesting to see how all the Gilmores see this historical event and their relationship to it. Lorelai sympathizing with the working class and non-conforming witches, Emily and Richard sympathizing with the need to maintain order and proper social expectation, and Rory has to contend with her relation to a family member that doesn't share her own values. The episode could center around Rory writing a paper about the descendants of the witch trial victims, advocating for exoneration for their wrongfully accused relatives.
If she dies tonight, it won't be God's will that killed her. It'll be you!
Which was a real group that was established in 2005, known as the CT Witch Trial Exoneration Project. Lawmakers would eventually exonerate 12 of the victims in 2023.
Girl is a witch.
Yeah, but she's our witch. So cut her the hell down.
And okay, I hear you. All of those examples take place in worlds where magic is real. Unlike the shows of Amy-Sherman Palladino, where the worlds may be hyper-stylized, but certainly don't have real magic that we know of.
Pick a card. Huh. Well, that just made the trick a little bit harder.
That wasn't me. That was just Ray.
The social mask we wear. We are constantly under pressure to meet or rebel against the expectations society sets for us. Mean Girls and Modern Family use Halloween as a way to explore the social pressures of high school and the societal constraints of adulthood. In Mean Girls, Katie's noticeably unflattering Halloween costume emphasizes her struggle to understand the social expectations of her high school.
Hey! Why are you dressed so scary?
And signals how dramatically she has changed when we see her later on in the movie when she wears the overtly sexy black and pink party dress. Not only has her style changed, but her attitude as well.
No, shut up, not her property.
No, don't tell me to shut up.
As Janice points out, Katie is no longer wearing the costume of a mean girl. She is one.
You're not pretending anymore. You're plastic. Cold, shiny, hard plastic.
This dress isn't Katie. It's a costume, and her costume has changed her. In Modern Family, the traditional and sensible mom Claire is obsessed with Halloween. And I'm not like Talking fun, quirky Halloween, haunted house, fake blood, let's traumatize the children Halloween. Claire is so passionate about Halloween because it's a socially acceptable way for her to release the creative, fun, and straight up weird sides of herself she feels she needs to suppress in her ordinary life.
I got mad at you and I upset Amber, and all because Ronnie called me a soccer mom. What is wrong with me?
It's obvious, Mom. You use Halloween as a way to show people you have edge. It's like accountants who buy a Harley.
And when she embraces this side of herself, she realizes it's actually the key to a fun and lasting relationship with Phil.
Oh, I'm sorry, Claire. Did I scare you?
I was having so much fun.
What?
I was wondering what we were going to do for the next 30 years of our lives without the kids in the house. And now I know. You're getting twisted. I like it. Watch your back, buddy. This is going to be so much fun.
With all this in mind, internal psychology, historical lineage, and societal pressures all combine to influence and reveal internal truths about our characters. It is finally time to envision what a Gilmore Girls and Marvelous Mrs. Maisel Halloween would actually look like. A Gilmore Girls Halloween episode would work particularly well in season 3, where Jess and Dean are still vying for Rory's attention. Dean would dress up as some famous baseball player Rory doesn't know or particularly care about, and Rory would dress up as some obscure literary figure. It becomes a running joke and point of frustration for Rory throughout the episode that literally no one understands her costume, until she sees Jess, who is of course the only one who guesses it correctly.
Oliver Twist.
A fact that Dean is less than thrilled about. I would particularly love if she dressed up as Winnie Foster from the novel Tuck Everlasting by Natalie Babbitt as a reference to her role in the movie. If you've seen Tuck Everlasting, the film, then you know Alexis Bledel played Winnie. If you haven't seen the movie, then her costume still works within the Gilmore Girls universe, as the novel was published in 1975, so it's a book Rory easily could have read. Both Winnie and Rory are thematically similar. Both characters have grown up relatively sheltered and privileged, are connected to wealthy families, and long for adventure.
Do not fear death, but rather the unlived life. You don't have to live forever. You just have to live.
Emily and Richard would decorate their house in a tasteful way. Pumpkins, fall foliage.
Rich people.
And complain about houses on the block that have blow-up Frankensteins and 20-foot skeletons. They don't seem the type to dress up for Halloween at this point in their lives, but I could see the two of them dressing up when they were younger, regaling more scandalous stories from Halloween's past.
We spent 2 weeks eating viciously hot chilies and skinny dipping.
Ah, Mom.
Paris would volunteer to take children out trick-or-treating as yet another extracurricular activity to boost her college application.
Tears will normally get you the double bagger. You can also try the old "you miss me" routine, but it's risky. Only go there for chocolate. Understood?
I can't decide if Paris would wear an unassuming Halloween costume purely out of requirement, or if she would wear something elaborate because she is simply incapable of half-assing anything she sets her mind to.
Steinbeck! Steinbeck! That's not your safety word!
Either way, you know that every single one of those children is going home crying. Even Jess, the too cool for school dude, wears a costume in the show. We see him dress up as Luke.
So you think this is funny, huh? I'm sorry, I thought this was a uniform.
This would have worked perfectly for a Halloween episode and so embodies his sarcastic and mocking sense of humor.
Great, then we can hold hands and skip afterwards. Stop saying that.
Jess is always pulling pranks. He would certainly be put in the trick in Trick or Treat. The fake crime scene outside of Josie's Market, Jess would love Halloween.
Do you at least think it was funny?
That is so not the point.
You thought it was funny.
Suki and Jackson would be all consumed by a pumpkin growing competition and pie bake-off. Suki would be obsessing over which pie she's going to bake and her spin on a pumpkin pie.
It's just something I invented. Naughty pumpkin pie.
While Jackson would be equally obsessing over the fruits and squash she uses for it.
I feel like I should call the guys with butterfly nets to come get you.
To add to Jackson's neuroticism, he's also fiending to win largest pumpkin in the pumpkin weigh-off competition. He thinks he's got it in the bag, only to be beaten out last minute by none other than
that long-haired freak that wanted to be town troubadour, even though that weird brown corduroy jacket-wearing freak was already it.
It's sexy squash.
Taylor would be in competition with Woodbridge for most terrifying haunted house, which would obviously be run by Kirk. They would hold auditions for scare actors, and Luke, the grump that he be, would be resistant to the Halloween spirit before eventually being swindled into building the haunted house.
I'm not doing it.
No one asked you to.
Not yet.
You brought Bert.
Right here.
And okay, I don't know about your high school experience, but at mine, going to a haunted house with your crush was just an excuse to jump into their arms. Maybe Roy jumps into Jess's arms instead of Dean's. I don't know. I'm just saying that when people are scared, they show different sides of themselves.
Sorry!
You don't ever do that girl voice again. Freak me out.
My bad.
And you cannot tell me that Lorelai and Rory would not be all over an annual Scary Movie Festival.
Pedal, no!
Speaking of Lorelai, she would undeniably dress up as a pop culture or movie reference.
Howdy, ma'am.
She would make and sew her own costume along with Rory's. I imagine Lorelai dressing up as Andy from Pretty in Pink in her iconic pink prom dress.
You're about to meet someone very special to me. Her name is Molly Ringwald. Now, I know you don't know who that is, but trust me, you're gonna love her.
Since Lorelai never had the chance to attend her own prom, the costume would serve as a form of wish fulfillment and a melancholia over some of the formative high school experiences Lorelai missed out on. As for Lane, Mrs. Kim isn't letting her celebrate Halloween.
Dancing for the Devil, an illustrated look at the effect of dancing on your chances of spending all eternity in hell.
The Kim house is that one house on the block that believes Halloween is the devil's holiday and puts black curtains over the window to deter trick-or-treaters and evil spirits.
It's an omen.
Lane will spend the entire night looking out the window longingly, her only solace being that Rory will save her some Halloween candy that she'll later have to stow away in floorboards. Madeline and Louise would only be concerned with finding the hottest Halloween party and dates for the night. And come on, you already know what they're wearing for Halloween.
What are you? I'm a mouse. Duh.
Miss Patty would read tarot cards that would inevitably lead to some drama. She would also have a Halloween dance show. I know Kirk's piece is certainly disturbing enough to make the cut.
Ew. Ew.
Gilmore Girls has a snowman building competition. Why not a pumpkin carving competition?
I was just thinking about the life of a pumpkin. Someone comes along, cuts you open, and rips your guts out.
Okay. The Poe Society certainly would have worked well too to create some spooky ambiance. A Halloween episode practically writes itself.
It's 11 o'clock at night. Who are you hoping to hook up with now, Spike and Drusilla?
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, like Gilmore Girls, has a good chunk of an episode dedicated to Thanksgiving.
We're all sitting down to dinner and you just dumped this on us?
Nothing's changed. Yeah, we just put a piece of plexiglass down the center of the bed so we don't touch butts, but you can still see if the other person is choking in their sleep.
So there's still love.
But still no Halloween episode. Midge and Joel argue over what their kids will be for Halloween, but that's the extent of it.
Tarzan and Jane, you really want to put your son in a loincloth?
While the show doesn't necessarily need a Halloween episode, it certainly could have. Even one of the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel intro cards draws inspiration from the Bewitched theme. I mean, come on, would Midge not look fabulous in a witch's costume? In my mind, a marvelous Halloween would look something like this. There's an annual Halloween party thrown by the local comedians, with a competition for funniest costume and bragging rights. Midge would be annoyed that most of the male comedians are going for the vulgar comedic jokes.
Cock out. My cock out. It's not my real cock, though.
Clearly. Not that she can't be vulgar herself, but because she just feels like it's the obvious and lazy joke. Her costume would be cute, fashionable, and some kind of pun, play on words, or topical reference. She has to over-explain her costume, which causes her to lose the competition. Though Lenny gets her costume, which kind of makes up for it.
You paid attention.
To you? Always.
The episode can balance her work responsibility to attend this Halloween party, a place to meet and mingle with other comedians and bookers.
You said to take a left, and another left, and then the third right.
Right.
That's what I said, third right.
Right.
Glad you agree.
With their personal duty to take her kids out trick-or-treating. Midge's competitive side rears its head as she mulls over the perfect Halloween costume that balances funny with fashionable.
Classy, Doris Day, or risque?
While the concept of Halloween itself may not be a driving factor for Midge, let's be honest, any excuse to buy another outfit and she's in.
Do not change your wardrobe, it's fine. Just a hat. It's never just a hat.
Amy-Sherman Palladino's shows are whimsical, nostalgic, and are a heightened version of reality. And what are all of those things if not Halloween? The nostalgia of eating your favorite piece of candy. Even grown-ups are allowed to play pretend, be silly, and tap into a sense of childlike wonder that the adult world tries to beat out of us. Halloween may not be represented in the worlds of Amy-Sherman Palladino, but it exists within my imagination. This is my little bit of magic.